Gateway to paradise. This ancient harbour, situated on the Portuguese East African coast just south of Beira, was the one-time haunt of pirates and the port of call of Arab slavers in their dhows before the coming of the Portuguese. Today it's the peaceful embarkation port for anglers and other visitors on their way to the nearby enchanting Paradise Islands. The surrounding waters abound with the game fish and giant garupas our expedition of skin divers and cameramen have come so far to marvel at, to fish for, with spear gun, and to record on film. These Bantu are of the Shangaan tribe, which provides much of the local labour force, both ashore and afloat. Manpower must first be used in order to obtain diesel power. Shallow water of the jetty makes it necessary to load all fuel, stores, and other equipment onto small boats to be poled out to the motor vessels which lie at anchor in the roads. Flamingos wading peacefully in the shallows, startled by our approach, seem uncertain what to do with the unwelcome intrusion. On board the vessel, final directions by the leader of the expedition, veteran diver Bill Pengelly, better known as Penny, are indicated to Captain Zender. The contrast of ancient and modern is nowhere more pronounced than in Africa. Arab dhow-style craft still glide silently by, seemingly unperturbed by their noisome motor-powered rivals. The last view of the mainland before the vessel heads into deeper waters around the islands. Considering the pitching and rolling of the vessel in the open sea, it may be just as well the wine barrel contains nothing stronger than fresh water. There are various ways of passing time on the long haul out to the fishing grounds, which we're now nearing, and the men relax in their own way. This is it. Seagulls excitedly diving are a sure sign of game fish feeding beneath the surface. The boat heaves to, and the divers prepare for action with Penny hastily donning his diving suit of thick cellular neoprene. This Sonder type of wetsuit, as it's known, allows water to come into contact with the skin and yet keeps the diver warm. Although these are subtropical seas, it's winter, and Penny will be in the water for several hours making the use of a suit necessary. Divers operating. The international divers flag is hoisted to the masthead as a warning to other craft to keep clear. The flippers are to give propulsion. Next, the glass-fronted mask and separate snorkel tube. A final check on the huge spear gun, and all is ready. Most of the divers in the party are South African spearfishing champions, winners of national titles and holders of records. Here are Donald Good, Tony Dix, Bob Smith, Andre Harkanye, and lastly, Penny enters the mysterious underwater world. now it's over to the crew. This type of giant grouper will sometimes attack a diver if provoked. They have enormous mouths, and though they have fairly small teeth, can inflict severe wounds. They have been known to drown a man. This huge specimen represents food for several days for the island's many natives. In the meantime, more dramas are being enacted under the sea. The grouper is finally subdued, but not before he's towed Tony almost ashore on an island beach. The inevitable inquisitive onlookers arrive to find the cause of the struggle in the sea. Scenting a share in the catch, the native fishermen are quick to offer their assistance in getting the fish ashore. Their own rather primitive efforts yield very little by comparison. On this occasion, the divers are treated with some awe by the simple fisher folk, and at the feast of garupa flesh that night, a song was composed and sung in honor of the fishmen who dared descend into the underwater world to kill fish bigger than they themselves, in defiance of the guardian sharks and the evil spirits that dwell there. Some idea of the size of this one may be gauged by the number of helpers needed to transport it to the scale. And now we know Penny's garupa reached the 210-pound mark, while Tony's, almost a record for this type of fish speared by a South African, weighed 280 pounds, as he so carefully points out. More fish than the islanders can eat at one feast. The flesh will be cut into strips for drying, as no food is wasted here. But time and tide wait for no man, and the motor vessel must weigh anchor or be grounded, however reluctant one is to depart, leaving the happy islanders to prepare for their banquet and merrymaking. With the mission accomplished and every reason to feel contented, the expedition heads back to Villankulash. Valuable experience and knowledge has been gained of the undersea's domain and the creatures that dwell there, of the habits of sharks and their reaction to man in their own element. The information will, it is hoped, contribute to shark research, to the understanding of the unknown for the betterment of all. So the day ends. But the memories will remain of those adventures encountered while skin diving in paradise.